we've had a lot of beginners. Well, Mr. Graysick, Mr. Jared Coles, and this guy. This guy actually started with our club.
2012.
Started making pipes. Yeah, took the pipe class in 2012. And now look at him.
I'm up here.
He's corrupt. But yeah, all I do is make this happen. I leave it to his tutelage to teach all of you guys. So I'm just a facilitator. There's the knowledge. And there's the knowledge. And there's the knowledge. So all the way across the board. So, and Mr. Florov, I forgot to include Alex from our club.
I'm here.
He's been known to make a couple nice pipes.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to Jeff, and this baby's his. So have fun. If you have questions, don't be bashful. There's enough of us to go around, so have fun.
Yeah.
Make a nice place. And it looks like we got some good wood too. So
I think so. We'll find out. We'll find out. That's the
Mr. Graysick.
the real test is when you start digging in. Well, thank you guys all for coming out this year. We appreciate it. Like, this seminar wouldn't happen if people weren't interested in coming, and we're just grateful each of you has chosen to come. I see some familiar faces and some new ones, and for the familiar ones, welcome back, and for the new ones, welcome to your first time. We're excited to have you here. This event would not happen if it weren't for Alan and Jamie. They're the machinery behind this that makes this happen. The pipe makers, we can come in and stand in front of you and help you guys out with this. But if it weren't for these guys who were managing this equipment, who are purchasing, who are doing all the inventory and setting this room up for us, this wouldn't happen. And so we can just give a round of applause to these guys.
I have the ability to make things happen, but I can't create things that he creates.
It takes teamwork to make anything happen. And, we're grateful for all that they do. I want to take just a quick minute here to introduce our pipe makers who are helping out this year. And first is Jared Coles. For those of you who don't know, you should know, Jared is a fine pipe maker from Fresno, California. He makes fine pipes, but he's also a fine pipe maker. He has been making pipes since 2011. Jared, the first I ever heard of Jared, he contacted me when he was in San Diego, where I live, and he said, "Hey, I'm interested in making pipes. Can I take you out for a beer?" And we met up, and it's been 13 years. So he's done all right for himself with pipes. He is one of America's best pipe makers, and you all, if you're not familiar with his work, you ought to be.
I would say,
yeah,
become familiar with it.
He is going to be heading up all of you who are here for the 101 class. He's so a lot of the pipes that we're working with this year, Jared has a lot of experience with making these. This is a shape that I used with my Allen Brothers pipe making project about 10 years ago now. And Jared helped us out with that. So he knows these inside and out.
And Jared just so happened to have People's Choice Award.
That's right.
For last year's Battle of the Briar.
That's right. He was one of our competitors in the Battle of the Briar last year. And made a beautiful pipe.
Yeah.
So
matter of fact, I bought the pipe. I'll bring it.
Yeah, you can show it off. You can show it off.
He broke it in the other evening.
All right. It didn't break yet?
No, it's still.
Okay, that's good. That's good. He knows what he's doing. And then welcoming this year, for the first time, David Huber, who Alan introduced. David is lives in Durham, North Carolina. Yeah. And like he said, he started here. He learned pipe making at this seminar and has been a professional for how many years now?
10 years.
For 10 years. Yeah. Well, happy anniversary. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he came here with full intent on wanting to learn how to make pipes. And we introduced him to Mr. Florov and some of the other pipe makers. And the rest is history. So You make so pipes.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're beautiful.
People think like
They're actually beautiful.
And so we're grateful to have David joining our instructor list this year as well. Be easy on him. David has a ton of experience not only making pipes but also teaching, as he takes a lot of students to teach them in North Carolina in his own workshop. And so we're really happy you're here this year, David. And then we have Mr. Alex Florov, who he's a local talent. Yeah. Alex, for those of you who don't know, has been making pipes for 20 years, right? This is our 20th anniversary. Alex and I are both celebrating 20 years this year. And yeah.
Just because you put up with 20 doesn't mean.
And we're obviously so happy to have Alex come back this year as well. How long have you been helping out with the seminar? Probably as long as I have, 10, 12 years? Yeah. So for more than a decade, he's been doing this class. And this wouldn't happen without him. So yeah, those are our instructors this year.
He's been known to make a couple nice pipes.
Yeah, now and again. Every once in a while.
Some of the most beautiful pipes I've ever seen.
So those are our instructors this year. We got to have a couple things we're going to go over. We're going to hand out or tell you what our materials are, do some safety stuff, and then we're going to get to it. I'm Jeff. I make pipes too. And so I'll be working with the 201 class this year. So here are the kits that we're working with this year. 101 class. Yeah.
I just got drinking tickets this morning. Raise your hand if I did not give you your drink tickets. Okay. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Not to be used over lunch. After class, please.
Professional pipe maker yet.
Yeah. At 10 years, you learn to drink in the workshop. At 20, you say that's foolish. So our 101 class this year, this is your shape that you're going to be making. And one of the things that our 101 class has noticed in the past, they're like, well, that's already a pipe. Like, how much time could this possibly take? I guarantee you, at the end of this class, you're going to walk out of here with a beautiful pipe that you made. And you're going to say, I can't believe it took me 2 days to turn this pipe into a pipe. There's so much that goes in to making your pipe. This is for a professional pipe maker. This is what we're looking at after the bowl, after 15, 20 minutes of work, and the mouthpiece after another half hour. So where's the other 10, 12 hours go? We're going to show you. And we're going to stretch that 10, 12 hours into 2 days. And then for our 201 class, so 101, once you're successful with this, you are then qualified to move on to the 201 class in coming years. In the 201 class, we're going to take you up and a level, and we're going to work on another shape, but you're going to be making it from a profile that's already been cut out. But you're going to apply the skills that you learned in 101 to 201, and you're going to see how it takes 2 days to turn this into a pipe. So these are the shapes that we're working on this year. And Jamie, this year, has done something we never thought could happen. We not only have an inventory of all of our tools, like we're professionalizing here, but each one of you is going to have your own toolkit, which you need to keep track of. We have an inventory list for each of you. So can we start handing these out? David, can you help hand these boxes out? So each of you is going to get one of these and an inventory list. And I want each of you to open up and go through it and make sure you have all of the things that are on the inventory list. So that's our first order of business, and then we'll hand out the pipe kits to each of you. After we've done that, we're going to go over some safety stuff, and then we're going to break into our 101 and 201 groups.
All right, every 201 and 101 get the same kits?
Yes.
Okay.
Alex, can you help me hand out? Yeah. Let's see. All right, 201. Can you raise your hand if you're in 201?
Hey, how's it going?
Can I have Don, or Dan, can you two exchange positions? I want 201 off the one space. Thank you, guys.
Over that side.
There you go. Here we are.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Yeah, of course. And we've got a few, we have some backups, so if we have catastrophic flaws, then we can make adjustments as necessary. Let's see. So each of you, because this is a volunteer organization, none of us is being compensated for this. This is, we're donating our time.
Oh, no, I'm retired on all the money I make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that big house came from.
Yeah. Let me know when you find it.
So just please keep that in mind as you are keeping track of your equipment list, that this is part of an investment of a volunteer organization. So please keep track of your stuff. Yes.
And for those of us who want to, if I want to go home and start making.
Yeah. I have extra kits that can be purchased.
No, that was my,
Okay.
although I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of thing that typically can be purchased beyond you?
No.
So, because I see those types of things all over.
Mhm.
So what, are we going to be stuck for a year waiting until there's something to that, or?
You can apply your own, like this is not really something you buy. Yeah, this is pretty much only here at the class. You can buy a type of kit from lots of people, but yeah, the 201 class is gonna help you step up into that, the next level. Yeah.
So it won't really have the skills, the one-on-one, buying.
You can try. You can try. Yeah, and some people feel like the skills that they learn with the 101 gives them what they need to do that, and that very well can be the case. You can also make a lot of mistakes over the next year and come back and hopefully correct them.
I don't know how this.
Yeah. All right, and let's see, 101.
I hear you.
No earbuds.
Let's see. Yes, sir.
This is a wooden bowl plug.
Okay, we've got two. And your plug?
And your plug.
Oh, there are your plugs on there?
Your plugs.
Wouldn't like, bolt outs. We've extras. We've got a couple of missing ones.
Yeah, I know, I heard that. I thought we did.
What's that?
Somebody also was supposed to be bringing that one.
Okay.
What's that? The little wooden bolt out?
Should I hand that?
The little wooden pieces that David said?
We have ear protection available. I don't think we need to, we can cross that off the list because we don't want to recycle, we don't want to share those with people. And we need some more pencils. That's not what we're talking about. This is for, that's our first step.
Well,
Yeah. Everybody have their.
There's a bowl down one pencil. This is a bowl down one pencil. Who needs a pencil? Pencil. And here's a bowl plug. Bowl plug. Pencil. Bowl plug. We need one more bowl plug.
a few more.
A few more bowls.
Popular item.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I had enough. Didn't have any right boxes.
Where are those coming from?
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put one.
Okay. We're tracking down some more. This is a work in progress, and we appreciate your patience and understanding.
Okay, all right, noted, next year.
Okay.
Again, a volunteer organization.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just asking.
So, as you heard, all of us are from different areas of the country, and so we don't have our hands on the inventory till we show up yesterday.
Okay.
We'll work through it.
And I only have like one nail file and one.
Okay.
Okay. Can we, is anybody else missing stuff? Just a pencil?
Yeah. Nail files.
Do we need earplugs?
It's up to you. We have a container full of them over here. Yeah. Yes, and everybody should have a release in front of them.
Yeah.
Can everybody sign their release? And once that's signed, let's see. What's that?
Once they're signed, we can turn the power.
That's right. We can turn the power on once that happens. So what are we looking for?
Earplugs and.
Earplugs. Yeah, earplugs are over there. They don't. That doesn't need to be in the kit.
Okay.
That's funny. I have the same ones at home.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
There were those.
We good? Okay. And do we have our circle template?
Good question.
Good question, huh?
Yeah, I don't think we possessed one. Somebody brought
Okay. I bet Alex brought it. Okay.
What actually one over in the. It doesn't have to be too far.
Here's your 201 sheets. And
Oh, thank you, sir.
they're all signed.
They're all signed.
Like they were.
Beautiful. Okay. We've got our 201 waivers.
I don't think we did. I thought it was.
That's 201.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get our 101s. All right. These are yours?
No, I don't know.
Oh, these were just here?
Those are just there.
Okay, and this was just here?
And this is just here.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't need that much.
Well,
We should fill it all now.
all right.
This is no good.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. So, a couple things, housekeeping things before we begin. So, as I said, the 101 class will be primarily working with Jared, David, and Alex, and I'll be working with the 201 class. We're all available to you all the time. Like that's why we're here. So don't be afraid to ask questions. By the end of this, we're going to know each other pretty well. After 2 days of making dust and mistakes and hopefully having some successes along the way. So we're all getting there? How are we doing on the waiver situation? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got plugs.
Thanks, David.
Plugs, you get the earplugs? Okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. So we want you all to leave here with a pipe that you're proud of. We also want you to leave here with all your hands and fingers and everything attached to your body. So we just ask you treat the equipment with the care that you need to make sure you leave with all those things. Each of us has a lot of experience. Some of our fingers are shorter than others as a result of some of that experience, and we don't want you to have those experiences here. Hence the waivers. Let's not test them. We just want everybody to remain safe. So when each of you is going to be working with these wheels, they spin fast. They remove wood, which also means they remove skin and fingernails and all of that. So for every person that is sitting and working, we need to give those people enough room so that the tendency is to crowd in and watch what someone's doing. It's natural. Let's try to avoid that to give people enough margin for safety. The other thing is anytime these machines are on, we want to make sure that our dust collectors are on. We want to protect our lungs while we're here. We do have masks, I think, for people.
There should be a mask in every.
There's a mask in every kit. Okay, so feel free to use those. Some pros use them, some don't. I'm fortunate to have ventilation, plenty of ventilation, so I don't need it. But yeah, protect yourself to the ability that you think you need to. Also, safety glasses are a must when you are working with these. The dust gets kicked up and gets in your eyes, and it is not fun. Our first activity that we're going to do is it's just going to be a practice skill to teach you how to use these discs. And we're going to learn, this sounds boring, and it is an essential skill. We want you to make mistakes with this so that you don't make mistakes with the briar. These are pieces of briar that have been cut into these long rectangular pieces. We're going to trace or draw a circle on the end, on each end, and we're going to learn to turn these into cylinders. This is to simulate a shank of a pipe. And so this is a skill that you're going to practice that will help you then apply it to pipe making. So can I have the 101 teachers?
Yeah.
Let's hand these out, and we'll break you guys up into your groups.
Okay.
And here we go. Let's pass these around. What do I do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just handed them out. Here you go, fellas. This will be a refresher for you all. Yes, sir. And I already got them. David, can I grab one from you? Awesome. And did I miss anything? Do we need to?
I don't think so. You did the safety talk.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah.
I need a bowl plug.
And then we're going to go into making pipes.
Okay.
So our discs are all set up. We need. Okay. Oh, pardon?
Does anybody not have?
I need one of these switched to here. So I want one of these on each table.
One.
Yeah.
Little guys on each.
One of the little guys on each table. So let's little guy here and the other one here. So can that be swapped?
Small big.
Yeah. All right. And I'm going to demo on this. So can I have everybody crowd on up here, gather around, and I'm going to demonstrate the skill that we're going to learn. So I'm going to walk through the process for doing it. And then for those who are returning, you remember what we like to do is we like to demo more or less a one step at a time. And so I'm going to demonstrate one step, and I'm going to stand up, and in line, you're going to go in and do the exact same step. And then I'm going to go down, do the next step, and so on and so forth. It really helps keep things tight, make sure you guys are as active as you can possibly be. Hopefully you're not too bored, and you also don't forget what the skill is. So I'm going to go all the way through and do the full set of skills, and then we're going to break up and let you guys get to it with the instructors. So can I? Yes.
Yeah. So as Jeff is doing this, and as each of you comes up to take your turn at this, continue to focus on the person who is actually doing the step.
Right.
You'll actually learn a lot as you watch each person go through it. So the more that you stay focused on this, the better your results are going to be. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Can someone flip that on for me?
Quick question about.
Yes, sir.
Should we actually all not be wearing?
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, put this in your kit.
Oh, fun.
You're hired.
This guy's one you.
Hey, how's it going? Good.
Hey, there.
All right, and so I need safety glasses. We have some safety glasses for me. I'm gonna borrow someone's. Hassan? Oh, we got some. Okay. I'll keep track of them. So, and Jamie, a pencil?
Yeah, good. You need a microphone with a speaker?
Do we have one? Yeah. That'd be great, yeah. Could someone hand me a pencil? Does anyone have one? Or one of your pens? Thank you.
No, I always seem to be a few minutes short.
We're learning. So, one of the one of the things that's it's a temptation when you're making pipes, is to think, we have a flat surface here, right? And I'm just making a cylinder. It'd just be easy to turn this into a cylinder that way. But that's not how we're going to teach you to do it. And there are a couple reasons for that. One is you can't make a shank this way on a pipe because your bowl's in the way. So you can't rotate the pipe around, obviously. So we're going to treat this as if it's a shank and is attached to a pipe. The second reason is people like to put this right in the middle of the disc. And if it's a circle that's spinning, we know this circle is smaller than this circle. It means you have sandpaper moving in the middle at a slower rate than on the outside. And so it's going to sand faster at the outside than it does at the inside. So every professional pipe maker in the world has learned the fastest section of it on the outside is the area that you're using to cut. And so you're going to see us essentially attack on the outside, and we're going to move along our material like this. And you're almost tracing what you want to do. You're imagining what the shape is that you're going to be making, and you're creating that. So let's see first I'm going to clean up. I'm going to do just what I told you not to do, but it's only to clean up the outside of it. And you'll notice I'm staying to the right side of the disc and as far out as I can go. So my first step, I'm going to start on the outside, on this edge, and I'm going to move it this way. You see how I knocked that corner off of it? That's our first thing that we're doing. And our next step, we're going to take two, and we're going to cut those corners off.
Thank you. Oh, that's a bit better. Last year I lost my voice by the end of the second day of the class.
So what we're going to do is slowly work step by step to get to, you see,
oh my goodness.
so I drew a circle on there. It's a little hard to see. And I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep digging this deeper and deeper, this edge, until it touches the outside of the circle that I've created. So you'll watch, it'll take a few times because this is not super aggressive, which is what we want for you all.
So you can now see I have a straight line, right? You don't want any waves in it. You want a straight line, and it's a little hard to see from where you're standing, I'm sure, but it's now touching the outside edge of my circle. So I'm going to do that on the remaining four corners eventually, but we're going to only work on that quadrant for right now. So my next job is cutting those other two corners off. Now that, like, we're going to create a bunch of flat lines until we have a circle.
You can draw the circle on the one side.
Yeah. So now, what I did, for those, if you were able to see, is I started here, and I did multiple passes, one after another, starting here and working like a clock around the outside. And so first I flattened an edge, and then I
did step by step, working from like basically from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock on a clock. So now I'm going to do that on the remaining edges, and I'm not going to describe it. I'm just going to let you watch. I'm going to do one after another, and we're going to do 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and 4 quarters. And we're going to have the same approach when we're making the pipes. You want to? Oh, thank you. So I made an ugly cylinder. You're also going to make ugly cylinders. The point isn't to make a perfect cylinder here. The point is not for perfection with this skill. The point here is to teach you the skill of how to approach the disc. We want you to have that experience before you get into your pipes. And so you want to have more or less the same shape on one side as the other. You want to be able to rotate it in your hands and not see any major waves, right? And given another couple of minutes, I can turn that into a cylinder. But I want you guys to have that experience now. So let's break up into our groups. Do we, Alex, Laura, Alex, do you have your circle template? Do you have a circle template for a plastic template to draw circles? No? Okay. Gotcha. No worries, no worries. You have a compass? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we can use the fold now.
Great idea. Can you have, so let's go six with each, or 5 people with each instructor. So I'll take the 201 with me. I'll take 201, and Alex, can you grab?
Yes.
Okay. So let's break yourselves up and go with each instructor. Can you grab 5 people? Okay, very good.
All right. So Jeff, we're doing the cylinder work, right?
Pardon?
I'm just trying to catch you up. We're doing the cylinder work.
We're doing the cylinder first, yeah. How you doing? Good to see you.
So who's with me?
Take that, put that away so I don't get killed.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can I have you come back at like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock?
Here instead of
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I'll introduce you to the class and have you
Jeff,
do
can
something.
you move outside of the working area?
Sound good? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. What's up?
You outside, I'm inside. I can load people there.
What do you mean?
Let people work.
Oh yeah.
You can
But you
walk
need-
in the way.
You need to grab 5 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
Okay. 201s. Where are we?
The smart people already figured
I
out.
know,
how to
right?
throw the cylinder.
Exactly. Yeah. You need to be smarter than your instructors.
Yeah, and we have some line work
Grab any wheel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, someone's. I must be.
Let's start out over here, guys.
All right, 201. And
That's for you guys.
yeah.
Join us.
We
No.
need to make sure we have people like not stopping in, like visiting the class.
You know what? I can park a chair out in front.
Okay. Yeah, it just helps keep clutter.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the mix.
Right. All right. We all have our circles.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Very nice.
I draw a rough one. This is too big.
That's close enough. Yeah. And again, we're not trying to make perfection here. We're just trying to practice those skills again.
But even that, you would still, like you said,
Yeah, we'll tidy it up. Mm-hmm.
you know, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
start with make a banana.
Yeah, well, you've got concave now, and you want to. It'll, if you press too hard, it'll turn it to convex for you real fast. How we doing? You got your circle drawn?
Yep.
Right on.
Semi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
All right. Well, let's step over to the machines.
You have a master model and
Hey, Jamie, do you have a flathead screwdriver? Yeah, this is it got tightened. It keeps falling off. All right, so who wants to go at it first? Let me.
Sorry, they only come in short.
Got it okay, Dave?
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm just increasing the section. Oh no, I completely understand.
Where's the box? Where's the box of cylinders?
Cylinders.
Yeah.
you move the chair here.
Thank you.
With the flat. That's right.
What's that?
You move the chair to the other style, the French, but we're gonna stick with.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna grab another chair.
Okay.
Yeah, I just needed to. The suction kept falling off on me.
I just want to make sure.
So we're gonna do. Let's see. There we go. If I'm looking for the screwdriver, it's there. Just I need to tell more people. So.
I'm gonna put it.
So can I borrow a pencil from one of you? Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm just putting things down everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna square this off just like we did before, right? All right, so my first step is cutting a corner, right? I'm gonna cut the corner off. So you guys will remember, you want your stability, right? So if we're approaching it with our arms out like this, you have no stability. Your stability comes from your elbows being sucked into your side. You want your elbows sucked in, and you want to sit tight. And in this case, where we are, I'll have this elbow in, and I'm going to use the other one on the table for stability. You see how I wasn't stable. That's what we're trying to avoid. So it's nice and straight the whole way across. That's what we're doing. So your first cut
is going to be cutting that angle. Your next cut is going to be here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 cuts to work your way around. So there's 1. I'm going to stand a little bit. I think it might be a little easier for me. 2. And notice I'm standing, the way I'm standing, I'm directly above the wheel, looking straight down. You don't want to look at the face of the wheel. You want to look down. You want to see where the cut is happening. 3. 4. 'And so now you have a quarter of a circle. What's that?
As you got closer to this edge, did you actually get a little lighter on
Yes, so you're going to be, that's one thing you're going to have to remind yourself of, is that your pressure affects how deeply it cuts. And so you're going to have to apply different pressure for the aggressiveness of the cut that you want to take. I'm feathering my pressure as I'm getting toward the outside. So lighter here, heavier, 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 and then lighter as I work my way around. You're going to need to, you can't rely just on that sensation though. You actually need to take a cut, look at what you did, take another cut, look at what you did, and so you need that constant interplay between what you're seeing and what you're doing. Okay. All right, so who's up? We can have one person here and one person here. Let me grab,
what grid are you beginning with?
this is 150. We want to have, typically we want a little heavier grit for something like this. I'm gonna go get one more chair.
Where I can get the question we get up.
Here's another chair. You could put a knee on the chair too, that might help. Got some suction problems?
Who wired that thing?
The wheel's not going on. Oh, it isn't. Ruh-roh. Got a dead one?
That motor?
So I want to have you go the opposite direction, not moving toward the middle, but from the
This way?
other way.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, wasn't I?
No, you're moving to the inside.
Was I moving that way?
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
that way. Yeah. There you go. And so I want you to reference your circle after every cut.
No.
Other way.
This way.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. The whole quarter. Other way. Yeah.
Cheat code for the world. For this.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
You need to come back later.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Did Tom put the pipe, have a pipe for you?
That I need to stamp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my back.
Okay. Can I get it a different time? Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to bring my stamp, so I'll have to mail it to him. I thought about it on the plane. I was like, oh no. Sorry.
I know you guys want to get really good footage, but can I have you back up? I think that's good. All right, next up. How we doing? No, just 1/4 at a time. Yeah.
Did I finish the whole thing or like? Yeah.
Just just the 1/4 and then let the next person go. Yeah. I just want to make sure that we're. Yeah, you got the idea. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for perfection here. Perfection comes later.
I believe it.
Yeah. Hassan. Excuse me. Can I have you guys back up? Thank you. Excuse me. So, let me give you a tip here. Yeah. For standing when you're making pipes is really like how you stand is super important.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna have my elbows sucked into my sides for stability.
Yeah.
And the other thing you want to do is use your surroundings as stability. And so what I want to show you, I'm gonna have my feet oriented probably like this for stability. My elbows sucked in, and I'm actually gonna put like one hand right here. And so you can go like that.
Okay.
That's one way. You can just do your elbows, but you want to use.
It might be a good idea to grab a chair there, right?
Yeah, have a knee on a chair. That's okay. Yeah, we'll get one for you.
That's okay.
Can we grab a chair? Can we get one more chair in here? Yeah, I would go. You want to go a lot deeper than that?
A lot deeper?
Yeah.
Well, I just figured I'd make my circle bigger.
It'll just be it'll look like a square with rounded corners. We make it cut in sandpaper?
No, I was just.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, let's just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because that's yeah.
We're gonna talk to Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. Just.
So we keep going, or?
Just 1/4 at a time. Yeah, I want to make sure everybody gets that skill down. And then we'll step in and we'll do the remaining 3. See? No, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. Yeah, and you can also see. I mean, you've got a little bit of waviness.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I use the glasses.
Okay. So yeah, you got the stability. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you, let's try something out here. Can you stand up for a sec? Try maybe putting a knee down and using that. So that'll give you, like, move it to where you need to be, but I think that'll give you a little more stability.
Yeah.
And you might find, like him, it'll be more comfortable to take a knee on the chair rather than sit. You're gonna be more stable. Yeah.
Already.
Mm-hmm. Jared, putting a knee down will putting a knee down on the chair might get people in a better place. You're gonna be more stable. We got to work with the equipment we have here. How soon can we have those 36 grit? Is it possible to have them today?
Everything's possible, but I don't know who we got to run.
Do we have a runner who can?
Yeah. What do you need?
We need.
So ideally, we get a 36 grit backer, talking the floor off, and then build a bushing for it so it's nice and centered and happy.
Or that's ideal.
Buy a metal bush. I'm sure we can buy a piece of plumbing fixture that we frame in there and fit.
I mean, you're gonna have to go to figure that out, I would think.
Right, I can go with it. I just don't have a.
What is that called?
Hardback. Sounds like Ace Hardware or Depot have them.
I've done this like 12 13 years. I don't remember all the people that came to me.
Old Alan and I can escape. I can go and wang jangle engineer something out of the deal. How many we need? 2, 3.
At least 3. Yeah.
Well, you drive, I'll go, and I'll figure out wang jangle. 7-inch hardback. Same one Alex has, right?
The same one. Yeah, and
I took a picture of it.
Okay.
It's a 7-inch.
Yeah, and we need to. They sell them in packs with like 36 grit backing pads.
Okay.
Fiber discs. So that's what we need is like the 36 grit with the backing pad and 3/8 inch, whatever 3/8 inch stuff we need to get it set up.
It is all 3/8, 3/8/16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 7-inch disc.
Yeah.
It was so crooked, I had to straighten it out.
No worries. No worries.
You need 36 inches or 36 for a sandpaper too.
36 and 50. Yeah. It should come in a pack. 36 or 50. 36 would be better.
Okay. And we'll call it 4.
Okay.
You think that'll?
But, 5 would be better. Yeah. That'll be 6. Yeah. Yeah, it's like $15 or $20. It's not that much money. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pulling off or what.
Yeah. Well, what I want you to do now, I just want you to do light passes, like 6 passes between here and here. Okay? Very good. That's what we're looking for. All right. Everybody's done their. Okay. So our next step, I'm going to do the remaining 3 quadrants, and I want you guys. I'm going to demonstrate it, and then I want you guys. That's your next step after that. The point is, we wanted to practice that first quarter, and then what we want to do is work through the same process. So I don't want you to speed around and do it all. I want you to do one quadrant and get it down, then the next quadrant, get that down, and then the final one. So I'm going to wait for him to wrap up, and then we'll.
You want me to stop?
No, go ahead. I want you to finish.
All right.
But now you got pressure. Now you got six of us watching you.
Right.
You got to demo it.
Get the hang of it.
I mean, how far do you want me to go?
I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through all the same steps with each quarter after this. So first I'm going to knock that edge off. So I want that flat edge. I'm going to take it deeper until I get to my line, which you can't see anymore, but it's there, I promise. The other thing I really want us to get in the habit of doing is after every cut, I want you to look at what you've done. There's nothing worse than going through all the steps and then looking at what you've done and going, that doesn't look at all like what I was trying to do. And it's because you weren't watching what you were doing. So use your eyes. So now I'm going to start, now that I've got that knocked down to the edge, I'm going to start here and work my way around, away from the circle that I've already started. So we want the next quarter to look like that, and so on and so forth. And so again, I'm starting at my circle and I'm working away. So I'm doing an oval because I don't want to take a ton of time, and also I had an oblong block. So then I'm going to work to the last quarter, and we'll call it good. Yeah, especially if you're not trying to make one. So again, we're not looking for perfection here. We're looking for just getting the skills down that we're going to apply to our actual pipe. So guys, have at it. This is, like I said, not perfect. Use that as a reference for how perfect I want yours to be. Like that they're not, like we're just trying to work on the skills, get used to the disc, and then we'll dig into our own briar. So I'm gonna have to trade, and we're gonna need the 36 for our class because we're gonna be taking. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I just thought about it, like this is gonna be a disaster without 36 grit.
Do we have any other 36 grits?
They're going to buy them right now.
That comes around as you're rotating. You release pressure, it gets lighter and lighter, and it comes around.
Yeah, you're feathering pressure as you, depending on how deep a cut you want to make. And also, briar can be variable in density, so you are responding to the wood as you're moving through it. Yeah. Can I recruit you to grab someone else and to help move that table for me? I think I want to against that, like in that alcove back there, just out of the way, if you don't mind. Yeah. Thanks so much.
And what's better than the fingers?
Yeah, exactly. You have all your fingers. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just not hanging on to it.
So let's try to give it a little bit more, instead of going flat, turn it at an angle a little
Be a
more.
little farther on the edge.
Yeah, so you're just touching the edge.
Right. Staying too close to the main wheel.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's why I'm here, right? I really need to incorporate your quadrant idea at home. As soon as you said it, it clicked.
Excuse me.
I can't even hold on to it when I'm not doing it.
Can I give you a tip here?
Yes, please.
So let me take this from you and I'm going to sit in your place. So I've had my folks take a knee instead. It's going to be a little more stable.
Yeah.
And you can kind of lean against the side.
Okay.
And I'm noticing that using down here, right? Like
Yeah.
on this point
I
on the
should be
wheel.
using the middle of the wheel.
You want to be using right there,
Yeah.
dead on the outside,
Yeah,
and
I
that
think
way.
the wheel's a little high for me to do that comfortably.
But this might, yeah, and then you can kind of adjust your height this way.
Okay.
And so you want to be looking straight down, and so you can see what you're cutting.
Got it.
Thank you very much. Oh, you bet. Appreciate it. Just keep that angle a little wider. And also, I want you touching the wheel right here.
Down on the apex or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, on the outermost point. Still even more of an angle than that. There you go. That's what I want to see. How are we doing?
It's basically,
That's what we're looking for. Yeah. And the faster we're done with this, the quicker we can get to the briar. Beautiful. It doesn't even look like it was dropped. No one's counting. No one's counting.
Not so much.
Usually I have to grind it out.
Yeah, this is what normally this takes a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why we have so many students. We're hopefully going to add 2 more motors next year, so that'll speed things up. Yeah,
But you're happy with where we are.
yeah. I mean, we are where we are. We'll figure it out around noon. We'll kind of touch base and we can get a sense. Yeah. Hey, Alex. As long as you keep in your fingers. Oh, yeah. do. And all we're doing right now is just trying to get the skills down, make sure we know how to use the wheels. Good. We've got a couple more open wheels. Is everybody? Okay. So, Jared, you're gonna have them do profile first, like the side profile first. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, and I need my guys to have these wheels we're not ready for them yet. Okay. Just because we're gonna be doing grinding. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I saw this. Oh, it doesn't have the right thing. Yeah, they're at the hardware store right now. I can't believe that happened. I'm like, what? I bet we could probably just snag the hardware from. Sorry?
We got shut down. Yeah. Something, I think.
This is going. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we lost power.
All right.
But it's only to this one because those are all still running.
Yeah. Give Jamie a call. See if he can join.
Yeah, they're at the hardware store for me.
Oh, next door? Oh, they went down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why we would just lose one.
So, Jeff,
Yeah.
we've got power.
There's power into that. We've got some other extension cords here.
Okay. Yeah, we want to run that.
Is the green?
Excuse me.
Show us your one.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Is it blew some fuse in the box.
Do we have a power strip?
Yeah.
I think we need a 3-per.
Yep. Oh, gotta go back through it one more time. I'm gonna let you take actually the bulk of it. The three. This should be good, yeah. It should, yeah. I send Jamie away, and of course, Murphy's Law. We're not plugged in yet.
Not yet.
We're not plugged in yet.
Okay. Are you ready?
I would be more surprised if it did work.
Try that.
Are they on? That's weird.
Hold on one second.
It could just be that one switch.
They were pushed too hard. Yeah. Shut down the whole system. Is everything plugged in?
Into the just go ahead. Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
No, we don't have anything. Oh, flip that one on if you don't mind. No, nothing. So this is the black one.
We want to try plugging into the.
Yeah, try to go into the wall. We'll just go with the extension cord. Jesus. Did I just hear another one go down? Oh.
We're on.
All right. Okay. Well, that's good for now. Weird. So there's a problem with that.
One of the fuses.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could just be that. Yeah. Weird.
Jared, watch your guy right there. Let's see, where are my other? Where's four of them? Can you have a peek around? We've had some people who are struggling a little bit.
I'm just trying to sell it for option.
Okay. How we doing? That's what we're looking for. That's all we need. Beautiful. It's a very large tamper. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's all we're looking for. How are you, Alex? Yeah. We all do. It's all good.
That caffeine, bad idea.
Maybe you just need more of it. That's good enough. That's all we're looking for.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
That's fine. Yeah, that's just that.
I'll put flat on one side, but do you want to call it?
No, I think that's good. That's good. All right. Okay. So 201.
Yeah. So, do you need your microphone?
No, I'm gonna. We're breaking into our smaller groups. Yeah. I need water though. Yeah.
But it's nice to.
This is a good way to get it round.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you guys doing? Were there last ones?
I think we're just doing a little refining.
Okay.
We're just kind of like detail, just keeping going. So if
Gotcha.
you're ready to wrap it up, we can wrap it up.
I mean, I'm moving on with my group because they're all done, and so we're gonna do profile.
Yep.
The only thing is my group needs these two. Yeah. All right. So 201. Where are we here?
Here we are.
Let us gather round. So you'll remember the first step that we're doing that we did last year was refining the profile, right? Which looks pretty close right now, but we're not lined up with our mouthpiece. So our steps that we're going to go through, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the outside. We're going to dial in the outside profile and then the inside, so on top of the shank and behind the bowl. That's our first step. We're going to probably take 30 minutes or so to do that, to get us all through. We're going to work with the more aggressive discs to get this done. And then we're going to, and this is going to be a little challenging just because we're waiting on our heavier grit wheel. So this ought to be fun to see how we can do this. Knocking this shoulder off to make it more shank-like. It's going to take a minute for us to get that done, but it'll be more good disc practice, and we get to wear out the sandpaper real fast. So that's what we're gonna move on to after we're done with this. So let's step over to the wheels, and I'll demonstrate what we're gonna do here. So remember, like when I had us go through the quadrants, the first thing we did was knock that corner off. Part of the reason I wanted us to do that is it's a good skill to have. We're going to be using it throughout the class. But the other thing is I wanted us to focus on how to attack one plane at a time, because we're working with a round object or something that's hopefully going to be round when we're done with it. It can be tempting to want to roll things, right? Because you're trying to make it round. And what I want us to keep in mind is we're trying to keep things as flat as possible until we want it to be round. And you got to trust me that those flat surfaces will turn into a round surface. But by keeping these surfaces flat, it is going to help us organize our thoughts and make sure that we don't get confused and off track on the pipe making. So can someone flip that on for me? Thank you. With the 36 grit, just like with the other disc, we're going to, so I told some of you, probably not all of you, every shop you go into, you're gonna have to learn to adjust. It's gonna be different than your own shop. And so we always have to readjust when we come in here, because this is especially pipe makers have been working our butts off for the last 6-8 weeks to get ready for the show. So we're dialed into our own workshops. I have to adjust for the height of this table, and you could try sitting if it works for you. I found kneeling on the chair is helpful, and then I can lean, put my hip into the side here, and then find a good spot for your other leg to give you the stability to attack it. So I'm looking straight down on the wheel and dead center from the disc to the outside. That's where I'm touching. You don't want to be down. You don't want to be up. If you're up, I heard some of us lost our pipes, had them knocked out of our hands. That's normal. That happens. A lot of that comes from not being oriented on the disc in the right way. So you want to have as much stability as you can, working from the floor up. So my hip, my foot on the ground, my hands are sucked into my side for stability, and I'm gripping the pipe like this. And you'd be surprised how much grip you need to hold on. And you're gonna vary that. Like it's something that comes with time, like in the experience, like learning how to hold the pipe right. I don't hold it my way. I'm gonna teach you that. You'll find your own way. It's not gonna be exactly the same. So I want you to look down your pipe and make sure your mouthpiece is oriented properly. Well, the other thing that's nice, an upgrade from last year's kits, these all have Delrin tenons in them. So yeah, they will be a little more long lasting than the others. Yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my pipe like this and my mouthpiece like this, being as stable as possible. And I'm going to trace the outside of the shape. Now this one's pretty much dialed in already because just of how I drilled this one. Some of yours are going to be different. They're not all the same. And so I'm looking at where my mouthpiece is relative to the bottom of the shape. If yours is already touching it, I just want you to take a couple light passes. If yours isn't touching it, I want you to make it touch it and trace that line, recreate that line so that it's lined up with the bottom of your mouthpiece. So notice the cut
This was slightly off center. Ideally what you want is you're really just trying to get your middle line, right? And you want it to be nice and smooth the whole way. And that's all. I'm just going to touch a little bit toward there because there's still some saw marks, and then I'll be good. Try to avoid touching the mouthpiece if you can. Just if you get like very light scrapes, that's okay, but you don't want to distort the shape. So we've got these two discs to work with, and let's get to it. So I only want you doing the bottom of the pipe, this outside line right now. Pardon me. We can use those for right now, but when they need them, we're gonna give them up. I'm gonna put my cup.
Different grit in that one, it seems to be medium, or is that just
That's just like they're not running perfectly true. Yeah. These are upgrades that we're going to be adding in the future. It's not where we want it to be, but it's better than it used to be.
Absolutely. Every year we get better.
Yep.
I know.
Holding it?
That's how we do it here.
Yeah. Me personally, I'll probably hold it more like this. It kind of depends on. It depends. I'm not holding it the same all the time. Like what I'm trying to give you guys here is like a foundation, and then I honestly don't even know how I hold it because I'm in the shop. Because you start in one way, and then you figure out what's comfortable to you, and you adjust as time goes on. So you don't even think about it.
Be careful that you adjust, because I was looking the other day and I did this. That would be a bad thing.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
When I did it,
Well, at least your finger's still pointing the right direction. Yeah, you want the hinge this way. Yes, sir.
What would you do in this situation? Like this
Mine's
already
the same.
like
Yeah.
okay.
What I want you to do is just kind of feather. I mean, you really don't need to do much. Just to.
Like I'm gonna pretty much leave this part alone.
Yeah, you're not going to touch much. I'm just going to draw a center line there, and I don't want you to dig in or anything. I just want you to feather to right about there.
Okay, makes sense.
I put pressure on here. Mine comes out a lot. We want it totally flat. Is that right?
Yeah, you want it to be pretty flat.
Okay.
Oh, wrong way. Always that way.
What's that way?
Yep, right to left. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. Other way. Yes, inside to outside. I'm directionally, it's too early. I need more coffee.
now why?
What's that?
Why that direction?
It makes more sense when you step in front of the wheel. Like you, if you're going that way, there are times when you want to take that cut, but typically when you're moving away, it lets you, the orientation of the block is important for how you, for doing certain skills. And so you're trying to get the position right so that when it matters on the pipe, you're doing it the right way. It doesn't always matter, but when it does matter, you want it moving that direction. So it's like repeatability of skills, and also if you're moving to the outside, you're getting the pipe out of the way, so you're not going to knock something accidentally.
Right. And that's why I can possibly,
Yeah. when you move it, like when the pipe is away from the disc, this is not going to hit anything. So you can forget about that. But if you're moving it through, you've just refined an area, and if you accidentally hit that on the disc, then you've ruined what you've just done. Yeah.
I always thought the stem would be out of it when you do it.
No, never. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, never for
that stem right real soon.
Nope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, never for a flush mouthpiece because you're going to round over the edge. So it's you treat it as one piece.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go all the way up to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he just asked a really good question. We want to make sure. You got his name. Tom? Paul. Can I have you over here? I forgot to mention one thing he brought up that was really, really good. What you want to be doing, you want to be going more or less from edge to edge, right? All the way up to the edge of the bowl. And here's where it gets challenging. You want to be really careful that you're not rounding that over. You want to keep the sharpness of that line. And so you don't really want it to get much smaller when you look at it from the top, right? So we're just trying to trace this line here, but we're not trying to adjust the shape at all. The shape has already been refined or has already been defined. We're just trying to refine it.
How much meat normally should you leave between the balls and here?
It kind of depends. It depends on where it is. On the rim, it can be a little more, or I'm sorry, a little less.
A little less.
Yeah. It's at the bottom that it really matters because people tend to overheat it.
RPM is ideal.
It really depends. I have a variable at home. So some grits and wheel diameters you want to be one speed, others another.
Yeah. Pick it up with a variable speed.
Yeah.
So mine is really close to that, right? So
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right.
Yep.
Would you recommend buying the product?
Anywhere. Yeah. Steve Norse.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all set? You guys good?
Yeah, we're going to start using 4 of these.
I'm using 2. Yeah. Can we step over to these wheels?
Yeah.
They're getting ready to step in. So how are we doing?
I mean, almost barely got started.
Well, you were already close.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So our next step, everybody have their pencil?
So you don't need to rush.
I don't know whose this is, but it's mine now. For the moment. What's that?
Until you lay it down.
That's right. And then I'll lose it. It's just like at home.
There's a bunch of paper I think on that table over there.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. So we're not going to go to the top, to the inside first. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to knock off the shoulders. And so what I want you to do is hold your pipe out like this. And imagine, continue the lines from the shoulder of the saddle all the way to the bowl. And I want you to use your finger as a block, as a guide with your pencil. And you're gonna go like this.
Your plan of attack, like you use the base.
And so there's,
So, and just keep, so like,
and you're gonna do the same line on the bottom.
yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
And then the next thing you're gonna do, I want you to take your pencil and draw that from the inside shoulder, just straight down and over.
How close are you getting to the stem? Real close?
I'm about a 1/16 of an inch away. Not putting your finger in the bowl? Not yet. Yeah. For buffing, yeah. But if you're running into people doing that, then tell them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm allowed to because I have a lot of practice. Okay.
Yeah. That's Jared's pointing out something, just a reminder to you all. None of the instructors want to see any of you with your finger in the bowl. Right? We can do it, but you can't. We want you to leave with your fingers and your pipes intact.
And you still have a little bit of meat here. Okay, so you can, yeah, so just slowly.
How are we looking? Man, it's like it was scribed on there with a template. So Hassan, he just has you guys doing the profile right now?
We're just getting rid of the bridge.
Yeah, so we don't want you rotating at all, just the middle. Yeah, so
Okay. So that's
beauty. Perfect. Yeah. We all have our lines? Can we hold them up so I can just see what you did? Very good. Can you draw the cross? Yeah, just a cross on the bottom. Let me see yours. Good. 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 Excellent. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to use these aggressive discs. I'm going to test this one out to see how well we do. We're working on getting some more of these rough discs. Had a bit of a mix-up this year. So we're going to remove that block that we just drew on here on both sides. So we're going to do it. First, you're going to take the edge of your disc and you're going to trace that line. See what I just did? And we're just going to go up and down on that line, cutting an angle out, right? Until we get to that bottom corner and the top corner. I'm just letting the sandpaper do its work. I'm not applying a lot of pressure. And there we go, right? So that's what I want you to do first. And then I'm just subtly moving it back and forth. I want it to be nice and tidy and flat, even with the side of the pipe. I don't want to see any rolling like this, just that flat surface. And this is where it's really critical to be well positioned, directly above the disc, looking straight down so you can see what you're cutting. Do not touch your mouthpiece. So that's what I want to see. When we're done, I want it to look like that. I'm going to set this here for reference. Very nice. This is a good idea. You can draw an angle in there too if you'd like to do that. And I only want you doing just that one side, only this side. I want us all at the same, your pipe to look like that when it's done. So I want you to kind of move it up and down. There you go. Beautiful, that's what you want. And just let the paper do its work. All the way till we get all the way to the. Turn it slightly more of an angle. Yeah, like that. Turn it slightly more of an angle. I want a 45 degree angle. Yeah. Yep. Or whatever the disc backing will let you get. And make sure you're looking at the bottom and the top for reference. You don't want to dig too far. So that's good. That's good. Don't go any. Yeah. So just straighten that out. Straighten it out on the top, and then. That's good. That's as far as I want you to go. And now do your the flat section.
Smells like fryer. Pardon? But I don't want this. I don't want the class using the bandsaw. Yeah, I do. It kind of depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. My discs are a lot more aggressive at home. I mean, I can do this in, I don't know, 20 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have different tooling too, so it lets me work a lot more efficiently at home. But I really want them going slow. Yeah. That way they're making mistakes slowly too, so I can intervene if I need to. Nailed it. That's what we want. Beautiful. What's that? Yeah, that's the edge of the disc. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. A little more motion. I don't want you to dig out. I don't want a concavity in the middle of that flat surface. A little more. Yeah, there you go. A little more slowly so you have control. There you go. try a 45-degree angle.
Oh, here?
Yeah, let this be a 40. So hold it right about like that. So
Okay.
I want you to cut a 45-degree angle. It's just going to cut faster.
Okay.
Because you're removing less material.
I see. Okay.
Let's stick with these. These are more aggressive. Yeah. Yeah, those are it's gonna wreck the wheels. Yeah. I think you're good. Yeah. So you're a little low on the wheel. I want you to be dead center. So look at the curve you've cut. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. Slowly, slowly. More slowly. And you want to be working from bottom edge to top edge, to bottom edge to top edge. There you go. Just slowly back and forth. Now, it's good that you guys are working with a wheel like this, because if you're going to be doing pipe making at home, you're probably going to end up with something like that. There's going to be some variability. Like, it's not going to turn perfectly true unless you have like a custom made disc. And very few Americans have that. I just made some and they're perfect, but I could bring them here and they're not going to work on these because they're turned to my machine. So you're going to find that, like, if you set up something at your house, you're going to have to learn to work with what you have. And it's probably going to be very much like this. Probably the exact same thing. Going and working with European pipe makers, they are dialed in. Like, no variability, no run out in the wheels at all. It's like butter.
Now, would it make a difference if the wheel was in closer to the motor? I mean,
It will.
way out. I mean, these are pretty far out.
Yeah, so the more run out you have, like the further you are from the, yeah, what really needs to happen is each one of these arbors needs to be precision turned for the motor. Yeah. And then basically what you do is you would set up the motor or the disc on this wheel and manually true it up with a file. So it's tuned to in a position, in a particular orientation on this motor. That's how you gotta adjust the stuff. And so every time you put it back on, it's only on that motor. It won't work perfectly on another motor. Beauty. That's exactly what you want. Yep. All right. So we're all good?
I gotta go.
Oh, we all good. You have an audience. Don't mess up now.
Going higher up on that wheel helps a ton with
Yeah.
all of this that I've been doing.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I want you to be a little higher up on that wheel.
Higher up
So,
on the wheel?
Yeah, so you want to be dead center. So when you're looking straight down on it, you want to be looking at that outside edge. That's your, like, the outermost point. Because you were low, that's why your line was at an angle.
Okay.
So that's why I have you moving kind of up and down, because you're painting with the outermost edge of the disc at the widest part. Not the widest, you know what I mean. A little lower. Right there. There you go. Now reference your line on the bottom and the top. I want you to make sure, are you cutting evenly?
Yeah.
And look on the bottom too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So you want to just be referencing it constantly to make sure that you're doing what you think you're doing. Yeah.
Smart.
Just trying to cut out a few years of my mistakes from your experience.
No matter how close you think you are looking straight down, you're not all the time looking straight.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So you're
It's not really.
right. Like on Friday, for the Battle of the Briar, you're going to see pros who they're going to make it look really, really easy, but they've made all these mistakes hundreds of times, and they're. Hopefully, you look at them with some awe after having taken the class, and also it's something to aspire to. Like, I mean, you make a few thousand pipes, and it starts feeling easier. It's just the challenges that present themselves are just different.
And the same thing this way?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't change a whole lot. It kind of so what we're doing here, these are pipes that I would turn the shape on a lathe, and so a lot of that's already done by the time I'm coming to the shaping wheel. And if I'm freehand shaping, I don't have any holes in the pipe already. So I'm just imagining what I want it to be, and I'll shape the pipe and then drill the holes.
But right now, going straight square, it's going to be bent. How does this part change? Like that whole at the beginning stage when we're just doing the flat here?
Yeah, and you do the same thing. Yeah.
Really, you don't roll it?
Yeah. Hi.
You wouldn't be rolling that?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna so it won't be flat there. You'll just, again, all you're doing is tracing whatever profile you want the pipe to have at an arm's length.
Okay.
And so if it's bent, then you want a bent profile.
That's something I think I have going on is I think I'm deeper here than
You're okay. So the nice thing there is we gave you plenty of margin. You've got a lot of room to adjust.
sit down this way, but what about that way?
You're going to be okay. We'll fix it.
See, that's something you mentioned in the first class.
Yeah, and so that's
Job.
right.
See that all the
So can I use yours as an example? So I mentioned I want you guys referencing those lines throughout, especially as you start getting on the inside or like closer to the line. I want like regularly for you to be taking it off the wheel and looking to see how close you are, because if you go past that line, your guideline, then we're going to have to shrink everything to adjust to it. So if you stay outside of that line at this point for safety, and then we can help you dial it in. You can always take wood away, but you can't put it back.
Good enough, or should I get a little closer?
Go closer than that. I'm gonna go get some water. You'll be done when I get back, I'm sure.
I can say that every lot of times.
So we'll break in an hour for lunch at noon.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was like
Upside down.
for my upside downness.
So we'll break in 1 hour. Okay. All right. So you guys remember from last year, every pipe has its blind side, right? So you've got the side that you can see, and then the side you got to work upside down at. And it's usually the one we just did, but because of this, the nature of like how we're attacking it, it's because of we're cutting on the left side of the disc, right? That's why it screws it up. And every year I get questions like, can't you just reverse the disc or use the other side? And every year I say no. And every year one person tries it and gets a face full of dust because it's rotating. So it's going to kick the dust into your face. Don't do that. Other people have asked, well, can't you just reverse the disc and make it go the other way? And I say, yeah, you can. You can do that. And then as soon as you attack it, your disc is going to unthread and go rolling across your workshop, because that's the way the thread turns. There are ways you could do that. It doesn't really offer you any benefit. Just learn to work with the blind side. It's a pipe making skill that every pipe maker in the world has. So right now, we're going to work on the left side of the shank, looking at the bolt